Hello, just give me 1 minute. We will start.
Yes, ma'am, no issues.
Yeah, I'm visible and audible both. Right? That's right. Hello. I just need a confirmation if I am visible and audible both.
Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Ma'am, PPT.
Yeah, I'm sharing the same.
Yes,
And PPT is also visible if I'm not wrong.
yes, ma'am. Fine.
Yeah, thank you. So myself, Dr. Kirti Dangmagani, and thank you very much for such a beautiful introduction which you had given me. It's really great to see you online once again. My topic is master stroke personality development of teachers. We are going through so many training programs, but uh, personality development, taking care of yourself, you as a brand, is never been taken care of. So it's a great opportunity that we are going to interact on this topic, that is master stroke, which is really needed, personality development for teachers. So what is teacher's personality? First, we are going to talk about. Teaching and learning process can be influenced by the teacher's personality. Definitely yes, because when you have a process of teaching and learning, right? It is definitely influenced by the personality because uh, when a teacher interacts with the students, it's not only what she communicates, what she talks, but it's again her personality which reflects in the classroom. So teacher's personality, it's mental, that is either positively or negatively, definitely has an influence. So if teacher has a positive traits in his or her personality, uh, definitely it will bring passion, patience, cooperativeness, authoritative, and definitely he or she will be successful teacher and would get his or her student satisfaction. How it will happen, we are going to see in our sessions ahead. So when we are going to talk about today's session, we are having these all contents which we are going to. I'm just giving a brief content what exactly we are going to talk about. So we are going to talk about, the first is professional grooming as a component of professional behavior as a teacher. So when you are at the professional level, what professional grooming means and what are the components when we are talking about professional behavior as a teacher. Then we are going to talk about I as a brand. Yes, we ourselves are the brand when we are being a faculty, professor, teacher in any organization. So how we will refer ourselves as a brand, and let's make ourselves as a brand that students should recognize you as your own individual identity. Third, we are going to talk about the visual impact which is created in the classrooms or seminar or conferences. Then for that, we are going to learn about managing the visual images. That means formal dress code for men and women, right? We are also going to talk about basic grooming and hygiene. We are going to talk about workplace etiquettes, which are very important. We had talked about professional etiquettes, business etiquettes, right? Dining etiquette. So, what is workplace etiquette, especially when we are talking about teachers? We are going to talk about verbal and non-verbal communication because non-verbal communication is also very important. So, your facial expression, your gestures, your smile on the face, your, the walk, everything is at most important with your talk. Of course, when you are a teacher, you of course are going to talk in the classroom, you will have sessions, but with that, how non-verbal communication is also important. Then we are going to talk about the tips of personal grooming. Yes, how your personality can be groomed. So how about your personal grooming? Then it's very important when it is online presentation or classrooms. After COVID, I think so many of us are very much familiar with online presentation or online classroom. Everybody has gone through this phase of online classroom, how to be presentable during an online presentation. And let's make that online presentation interactive session because it's very obvious the cameras of the students are off, they might not be listening. So how it make that your online presentation in classes to make more interactive and interesting. And at last, we are also going to talk about international presence, your behavior at the international forum, and your communication tax. So how you will be having your communication when you are at the international forum, whether it's a conference, seminar, lecture series, or you are having some exchange program, you're having a semester abroad, or might be it's an online presence when you are having an interaction with your international partners, might be for research work, might be for academic collaboration, right? So we are going to talk about the international presence as you as a personality because you are representing your country, your organization, and of course, you yourself as a brand. Personal grooming. So, what is personal grooming? So, getting organized, solving problems, engaging and caring about students are among the key life skills that teachers need in the profession. I'm again repeating this sentence. You are a teacher, of course, you are going to teach, you have a subject knowledge, you have skills to communicate, you deliver your lecture, but with that, when you're talking about a teacher, it should be organized. Teachers should always be organized because you are the role models of your students. Teachers should always be solving the problems. So should have the solutions when you are in the. It's not the solutions in the case of only the knowledge or the domain which you are teaching. Of course, the solution when anything happens. Engage with the students, engaging activities, interaction, which is important, and caring about the students. At most important, these are the skills which are required for the teachers in the profession. Because teachers' professional role can be affected by the personal life factors. So they need to develop certain life skills related to because yeah, we as a professors, we as a teachers are also human beings. We have our personal life, but how to balance it and make it that you are not reflecting any such personal life factors affecting your personality at your organization, in your university, in your classrooms, or interacting with the students. So it's very important to have that much your professional personal life, of course, are different and how to manage, how to have a work-life balance. That's also very important. Okay. When we talk about personal growth, we talk about problem solving, we talk about organizing. We are talking about engaging the students, caring about students, right? What's more about it? I will give, it's very difficult, it's very vague when I'm talking about this. Let's make it more specific and more interactive. Personal grooming. What is personal grooming? The personal grooming has become an essential in our daily life. A well-groomed individual stands out amongst the crowd. That I think so you will also agree about it. When anyone with a better personality, best personality, with a positive era enters, everybody looks towards it. And that is what you should be. Yes, that it is reflected through your dressing style. It should be reflected to your behavior, your gesture, your non-verbal communication. Because when you are entering any crowd, there will not be any communication at the initial stage, right? So, so when you will be well-groomed individual, definitely you will stand out amongst the crowd. So make a positive impact in your social gathering through proper personal grooming skills. It's very important. So here I had written about social engagement, but it can be, see, your presence is not only in the classrooms. Teacher's presence is might be in some meetings when you are professionally having your meetings with your colleague, with your principal or director, might be your management, might be when you are interacting with the faculties or colleagues, or might be teachers from different universities, colleges, or schools, or you might be interacting with the students, or if you are having an exchange program, you might be dealing with the students of some another university. Or at last, we have so many different activities in the universities, in the colleges. So there are social gatherings, there are Garba celebration, there is Diwali celebration, there is Holi celebration, there are fresher parties, there are send-off, farewell parties, there are cultural events, sports events. There are so much social engagement which happens. How to have an impact in a positive sense is very important. Your grooming, of course, your personality should fit to that particular occasion. That's very important. So there are few tips regarding it, right? So I was talking about what should be there. Now I will talk about how you can achieve that. And for that, it's a very easy formula, and that is A, B, and C. So you can look towards what is A, B, and C's of personal growth, right? So that can ensure to take one long way in a corporate makeup and building successful professional relationships. So when you want to have a professional relationship, you have to have a corporate makeup, or you have to be a professional in your organization. These three tips are very important. And it's A for appearance, B for your behavior. So how your appearance should be, how your behavior should be, and how you should communicate. It's not only communicate in the classroom with the students, with your lectures, with your presentations, with the teaching methodologies. That, of course, is different what I am going to talk about today. So these are the three important. Again, I am repeating: A for appearance, B for behavior, C for communication, and it's the easiest formula to remember: ABC. Let's talk about first appearance. Dress sense. Yes, appearance means when you're first impact in the public, when you first impact when you're entering a new classroom, or might be daily when you're entering your classroom. Dressing sense is important. Your wardrobe management, whatever wardrobe you're having at home, how you should manage according to your profession, according to the events in your university, right? So first important is appropriate dress code. Okay, whether you're wearing Western, whether you're wearing might be your Indian outfit, so your appropriate dress code. How to dress for success? Fashion. Yes, fashion sense for ladies. We cannot live without fashion trends. Let's accommodate that fashion sense in our dressing sense too. Evaluate your lifestyle. Start with basic clothes and keep it very simple, but still graceful. So your uniform, your presentation, your appearance should be with grace, dignity, and success. It's not only for men, which I had written, it's also for female, that grace should be always reflected through your success should always be reflected, and dignity should always be reflected through your dress. So what should be reflected, how it should be, I had talked about. But how should be the dress smartly? So what are the personal grooming power dressing for women? So you can see here dress smartly. So basic survivals, tops, bottoms, dress, Indian wear, accessories, head, neck. Okay, we are not going to talk about every point in detail, but can you look towards the picture which I has put here? Many of these dresses you might see in Western. We are also going to talk about the Indian outfit. We are also going to talk about the Indian formals, no doubt. But as we are going at the global level now, we have international collaborations. Of course, I will say the sari is the most beautiful attire in the world. I agree, totally agree. But we should be versatile. We should have different um, styles while we are presenting ourselves in different ways, right? So one of the way is Western style too. So this is a picture just reflecting how the Western outfit when you're wearing, whether it's a white color, whether it's blue, or whether it's pink, whether it's blouse and skirt, right? How it should be. So you can see the varieties of it. But the basic survival is, of course, your top. Your skirts and pants should be comfortable. It's very important because you are in the gathering of might be 50, 100 of students in front of. So always remember the fitting of your dress, whether it's men or female, both are important because you should look. You are a role model for it, not a celebrity model for them, right? So dress, the cuts and styles should be appropriate for as per your profession. Uh, of course, you can go with an Indian wear also. You can use accessories, no doubt. Too much accessories, too much of jewelry, I will ask you to avoid. But yes, if there is a might be in the northern side of the country, or where there is wherein there is a winter season, you can have a shawl on the side, which also look graceful. You can have scarves. You can have belt when you are been wearing a Western wear. You can have stockings, right? Hand, neck, and hair accessories. Yes, when we are talking about dress code, we should not only talk about the dress or the clothing style, but it's also been your, so of course, watch is important. It can be digital watch also. A neck hair accessories, many of the women have Mangalsutra or a chain. It's absolutely fine, but make it not much of the glazier, not of the heavy. We are not going in a wedding or any parties, right? So neck hair accessories, if you have an open hair, it's absolutely fine. But if you are going to tie it, your hairstyle, have the accessories which again are not much glossy or glazy. Fragrance. Your perfume is important because body odor should not be there. You're handling so many students around you. So fragrance is important. A light fragrance always is welcome. You can look towards it. If I am not, just a minute. There is some adjustment. You can look towards this. Uh, just a minute. Yeah. Can you see this dress code?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Uh, I'm giving you 2 minutes to much analyze it. It's very important to analyze your dress code. Just give me 1 second. Till that, you just analyze the dress code. It's very important because I want everything you should look towards because it should be an interactive session. You should not go without any interaction. So I don't want that the classroom should be boring if I'm talking about the personal group. Just look towards this dressing style. Anything you want to, or shall I start the discussion, or do you want more time to analyze? Look towards the everything which is written very minutely. Shall we go ahead? Yes. Yeah. Anybody wants to comment on this, or shall we continue? If you will look towards this, I had put the both pictures. Now we are of course talking about the females first, and then we will go to the power of the men dressing style too. Western dress code, Indian dress code. If you can look towards both of them, right? Let's talk about the Indian dress code first. All right, a neat professional hairstyle, right? Whether it is tied hair or might be open hair. A very light makeup is always okay when you are going for an interview or when you are in the organization. Even in front of your students, in the classrooms, in the conference, in the seminar, during the meetings, light makeup, no much dark makeup, right? A light lipstick might be a little bit of light makeover is always okay. Little or no jewelry. I will always recommend little or no jewelry is fine. Cotton kurtis are always great. It look graceful when you are presenting yourself. It's not, then kurtis or might be the trouser in the form of pants, cigarette pants or salwar uh, is fine. Full or half sleeves. Yes, you can go for a sleeveless also. Again, depending upon uh, which area you are working. It's always depend upon you have to follow the culture of the region which you are being going with, right? Colors, color combination you might be having a good sense of it, but I will always recommend not much of the dazzling color or very bright color. Again, the color again depends upon which season you are. If you are in the summer season, always light clothing are in very much looks good. If you are in the winter season, the dark colors are being accepted. So again depends upon which season you are. So depending upon, I will always recommend that according to the season, you should make sure which material of the clothing you are using, which pattern you are using, and which colors you are using. Knee length kurtis looks good rather than the short kurtis. You go with the knee length kurtis, leggings, pants, cigar pants, or might be salwar kameez, whatever. Professional shoes. Always remember if you are wearing uh, chappals, that means you are wearing footwears which mainly females use. It's okay. Or if you are using bellies, belly should always be closed from the front. That looks much professional. Watch, I will recommend. Even we have mobiles nowadays, but a watch in your hand looks graceful as per our profession. When we go for the Western dress code, need professional hairstyles. One again, very light makeup, little and no jewelry. It's absolutely same. Light clothing, if you can have a trouser, or it can be a knee length skirt or straight pant, whichever you prefer. There can be a shirt or blazer. Without blazer, now it's a summer season. If you will look towards me, I am wearing a formal today, but I am wearing a Western formal today because that is what is required today for me, as per I have few meetings. I have a blazer with me, which is lighter color because I'm wearing a pant which is light in color, which is cream in color. So that is the better combination with the blue and cream, and I'm going to wear the blazer which is cream in color. So that will have close button if you are in the meeting. That looks good. While sitting, you can open your buttons. Wristwatch, might be if you want to wear in the another, it can be a one single bangle because you are wearing a Western wear, knee length skirt, and professional conservative shoes. Make sure your shoes are not making noise. Heels, without heels, again depends upon what regularly you wear and depends upon your height and whether whichever shoes you are comfortable with, no doubt. Let's look towards dress for success for men's. Yes, let's go with the men dressing style. Neatly groomed hair, simple tie. Here I would like to emphasize on no loud prints on the tie. No loud prints, right? There are so many red color, yellow color prints on the tie. Avoid that colors. Long sleeve dressed shirt, two or three piece suits you can wear if you're wearing a blazer. Depend upon again the season. Navy blue, black, charcoal, might be brown color. Looks good. Remember one thing, when you're wearing a suit of blue color, black color, navy color, charcoal color, or might be brown color, or might be white color suit, or off-white color suit, your socks should match, your shoes should match as per your, if you're wearing a brown color of suit and if you're wearing a blue color of shoes, it is totally mismatch. So make sure you have that particular tone where, so when you're wearing a brown color suit, of course your shoes also should be a brown color. Huh. When you're wearing a black color, blue color shoes, even the black or blue shoes will do. So depending, you can have that match. Socks. Avoid white socks when you are in a professional level because white socks always symbolizes sportswear. Don't go for the white socks. Excuse me. Uh, Socks color should also be as per your dress code, right? Here again, going with the females need here, we had already talked about that. I'm not going to talk only, yes, which point I had been missed is about the dress stocking. Yes, stockings, you can go with the stockings if you're wearing the skirts, special, right? I'm going to talk about the sari wear also. It's very beautiful dress, which I feel that what we should avoid, low cut necklines. For females, I will strongly recommend that they should not go with the low cut necklines, whether you are wearing kurtas, whether you are wearing blouse with your saris, or whether you are wearing western wears. Mini skirts are totally avoided. Long skirt I had talked about, right? No dramatic makeups. So very light makeup, it is expected. No loud prints, no big flowers, no pattern dresses, right? No flashy or excessive jewelry, and too much of perfume, no. Again, I say no for too much of perfume. A light perfume is acceptable, no doubt. A little fresh, but it should not be too strong. For men, no caps, baseball caps or any, I will say any kind of a hat should avoid it. White socks, again, no to the white socks. Bright ties, flowery ties, again, no to that. And too much of college, that is their perfume, is again avoidable. Yes, you should avoid this if you want to have and dress in an appropriate way. Informal meetings can also be there, of course. We have informal meetings, we have parties, we have picnics, we have summer camps, we go with the students out. At that time also, you can go with your favorite jeans and t-shirts, no doubt. For ladies also, you can go with the jeans and short kurtas or t-shirts, no doubt. Add suitable earrings as per your suitable to your dressing. Scarf around the neck. I'm not telling it's mandatory, but if you go with the scarf around the neck, it's acceptable. Heels for the feet, formal events, if they are heels, floor length gown is not necessary. Of course, one more thing, when there are freshers party, where there are farewells, where there is any such party in your university in the evenings, you many of them go with an evening gown. It's absolutely, even the skirts will go good with it. It's not necessary always, it should be floor length only. Length of gowns to the knees. If your gown is still knee or below the knee, it's okay. Wear the color that suits your skin tone. I'm telling wear light color or dark color, no. Because the skin tone is different. Everyone has its own skin tone, and according to the skin tone, what color suits you. Just check down what color, whether yellow suits me, whether blue suits me, whether pink suits me. Make sure whether pastel colors are more suitable to me according to wear. So your skin, you decide and make sure that suits your skin tone. What others are wearing and that I should wear, no, I will never say yes to that. Accessories yourself with suitable jewelry when you are even in informal. Have jewelry, no doubt, but again, do not overdo it. Don't be too much with that too. Tips: don't be too simple or too flashy. No, you cannot be too simple or too flashy. Every time it's very simply dressed, I will not sell. Make yourself so that you are presentable. No matter what is the occasion, always dress so you feel comfortable. I underline this. Always dress so you feel comfortable. Reason is no one can have fun in too short dress or too tight dress, right? So whatever occasion you're going for parties and you think that everybody is going to wear the Western wear and you are not much familiar with the Western wear and you're wearing the Western wear and you're not comfortable, I will say don't go for it. Always remember you're in the gathering, you're with your students, you're with your colleagues. Always feel comfortable. So make sure whether you are wearing sari, you are wearing Indian formals like kurtis, or you're going for the Western formals, you should feel comfortable. Same with men's too, right? Whichever they feel comfortable, make sure you are wearing that. Of course, it should be appropriate, no doubt. Dress for comfort first and then occasion next. Again, I underline this. Dress for comfort should always come. If you're not comfortable and you're taking session of 45 minutes, 1 hour, and you're so much conscious about your dress, about your appearance, that you will not able to concentrate on your presentation or on your skills with which you are interacting with your students, right? So plain dress can always be dressed up with accessories, but a too gauzy dress can never be dressed. I think so. This everybody should know about it, especially females. When you have a simple plain dress, you can go with the accessories. When you have already little bit of embroidery on your dress, don't go with much of the jewelry. That's very simple. It's not about only appearance. Doesn't means only dressing style. One more thing is important when you are going with the personal hygiene, and that is personal hygiene, which is very important when you are good group. Personal hygiene of an individual physical and emotional well-being. Personal hygiene which reflects your lifestyle, right? If you have a constant problem with body odor, make sure you solve your problem. So what is most important when you go with the personal hygiene? Okay, dress is okay, I had done everything dressing. What about my breath? Whether your teeth are clean, whether you're not smelling, right? Many times it happens that your breath is foul. Make sure. There might be any reason, might be you have some teeth problems, there is a decaying of teeth, or you have that being hereditary problem. No doubt. Make sure you're taking a proper treatment of it. Your breath should not smell foul. Because when the students come to you for the problem solving, you are interacting with them, it should not feel bad. Oral hygiene is important. Keep your teeth clean, tongue clean. Your oral hygiene is important. Next important is body odor. Your perspiration. Many of them perspire a lot, men's or females. They have the habit because they might temperament is like that. They sweat a lot. So they sweat a lot, there is an odor. So if there is a perspiration or odor, make sure you are using appropriate skin cosmetics or might be perfumes, which make sure that odor should not be there, or you're wearing that style of clothing, might be loose clothing or cotton outfits, to make sure the perspiration odor should not be a problem when you are been presenting yourself. Pregnant skincare. There are so many creams, ointments people use, whether it's men or female, or after shaving lotion also, cream also, or lotion also is used by men's. Make sure the fragrance are not too strong of any of the skincare products which you are using. Your hairstyle should be appropriate. It can be open hair, but if anyone in the open hair, it should be properly groomed, right? You can tie the knot, or you can have some other style about it if you have long hairs, depending upon your nails. Nails should be regularly cut, trimmed, or shaped, depending. If you want a long nails, absolutely, but whether your manicure is done, whether you're cleaning and taking care of your fingers, your hands, and your nails, right? So it should be properly trimmed, properly shaped, or might be cut. So make sure your nails hygiene is also important. These are very few, very lighter things. Of course, these are being taught in our school level, I understand, right? But many times it happens, we are so busy in our daily routine that we forgot to take care about which type of, whether it's a strong we are using in the skincare, or what is our hairstyle, or what particular clutcher or rubber band we are using, or whether our hairstyle is not appropriate in case of men's too, whether our nails are cut properly, shaped properly, trimmed properly. What about our oral hygiene or our body odor? Might be we may miss in a hurry. Don't miss it, because it's very important when, as you're always surrounded by with your students. So personal development depends upon your personal grooming too. Work on your body language. Yes, body language is important. Body language is a type of communication in which physical behavior, as opposed by to words, are used to express or convey information. Such behavior like your facial expression, your body posture, how you're sitting, right? You're in the classroom and or in the meeting, how you're sitting, your gestures, your hand movements when you're talking or teaching, your eye movements, your eye contact with the audience in the classroom, whether you are looking from the first bench to the last bencher. across the class. Your eye movement continuously when you're interacting with the students. The touch and the use of space, it's very important again. Especially I will talk about this. For everyone, it's important, but for the male faculty, when they are talking to the female faculty, how much distance is important? It's always important. It's a vice versa I'm talking about. For the both genders, it is applicable, right? A use of space and touch, how much it is being limited. It's very important and we should take care of it, because everybody know that there is an ICC, which is internal complaint committee nowadays. There are many cases which have been reported, right? There might be cases which is actually the teachers are in fault, but in few cases teacher may not be even fault. So make sure your facial expression, your body posture, your gesture, your eye movements, your touch, and the use of space while having an interaction, you are taking care of. So body language is important as your verbal communication. As you talk, you want that your knowledge should be reflected. Absolutely right. You want that if you're talking in the regional language or English language, your verbal communication should be strong. Absolutely right. As the verbal communication is important, your non-verbal communication is also important. Because when you're entering a classroom, for example, right? The first thing, you will not start your lecture immediately while stepping inside your classroom. You enter, it takes few seconds when you enter, when you keep your books or laptop, right? And when you start your interaction. So here I will say that when your lips starts moving, right? When you enter a classroom, there is a lot of things which is being told to your students by your facial expression, with your gestures, with your walk, right? So make sure your body language is very, very clear. It is very important to connect with the students. So that's why when you're entering the classroom, your gestures, how you walk, how your hand movements are, how you enter the class, the movement of the tap of your shoes, so it should not make noise. Till you start your presentation or your lecture, everything should be perfect. How to do this all things? One, posture. When I talk about the posture, you probably heard it before, but reassessing your posture is the first and most critical change that you can make in yourself. Posture gives the confidence. I'm sitting here with the both shoulders. If I have a stoop shoulder, whether it's look confident, no. If I have this back shoulders, no. Make sure while sitting on standing, your body is straight and shoulders are back and straight, right? A better posture will make you more confident to be in a peer. Even in the seminars and conferences, when you are attending in a conference at an international level, make sure your facial expression, your eye contact reflects what you feel from inside, and it should reflect your confidence, nothing else. Do it once in front of the mirror. You will definitely make sure, just make what how you regularly sit, and if you're sitting with the right posture, right head, right, a great eye contact, a smile on your face, and looking towards with a good movement, with the good head movements also. Look towards yourself in the mirror, how you look. It make your impression more better. You look more confident, right? Half battle is won if you are confident, right? Control your hand gestures. These are your hands. So take a moment to think about what do your hand do when you're talking to people. What your hand do? Many times it is been surprised that many times you are playing with your jewelry, right? No. Might be you're rubbing. In case of men's, it may be rub your beard or twisting your hairs. No, it should not be, because these small movements can amply show nervousness and boredom. These are the awkward feelings. Avoid placing your hands on the hips also. Yes, as this gives an impression of superiority or not in a good way. It shows he has a lot of attitude or he has a superior complex. Try to relax. Keep your hands on your side. Might be you're keeping on the table when you're talking. Or might be you have a small movements, right? I'm explaining it. So you have a small, not large movements, but you can have a small movements with your, right? So this is may seems, if you will make sure you're keeping relaxed with your both hands keeping on your side, or might be on the table, or might be with the small gestures, it will make conversation more easy and impressive. But in the opposite side, if you're playing with your hairs or a jewelry or a pen, if you're twisting your pen or rubbing your, it shows that you yourself are nervous. It shows your awkward feelings. And if you have been lot of attitude and you have your hands on your hips, then it shows your superiority complex, right? So make sure this may seem uncomfortable, so you should avoid it. No pointing out anyone. Oh, you in the class, come on. No. Make sure you know your student's name. Pointing to others with your finger is not accepted as a professional behavior. Pointing to others in many countries is being taken very rude. In Thailand, it is a gesture of rudeness. It is a gestures of unprofessionalness, right? In many of the countries, it is. So make sure you are not doing that. Don't cross or fold your arms. You're sitting like this. So many people know that crossing your arms or putting your hands or pocket should be avoided. So why do you keep doing it? Perhaps people feel more comfortable doing this. But however, when you do this, people may view you unapproachable. It shows you are not interested. Okay, border, uninterested, unapproachable. It seems like that if you have crossed your arms or if you're keeping your hands in your pockets. Again, to try keep your hands relaxed naturally by your side. Avoid keeping and holding in front of your body. That's an appropriate way. Keep your head straight, tilting of the head in the natural body movement when conversing. So when you're talking, okay, I'm talking to this and that, okay. So in this way, if you have a small movements of your head with your natural body movements, okay, absolutely fine. We may nod when we agree with what is being said. We may tilt our head to show sympathy, or many people actually do this when flittering without realizing. So this is obviously a time and place where it's okay to tilt your head, but when you want to project some level of authority, keep your head in straight, neutral position always. Don't make, okay, no, you can speak about it, no doubt. And last but not the least, smile, smile, smile. Smiling is considered a universal signal to be a signal that shows a person is happy. Always have a positive aura around you. Always have a smile on your face when you enter a classroom, when you enter a conference hall, when you enter a meeting, when you are on the dais. Have a small smile on your face. When used in a moderate and an appropriate movement, even when you don't feel like it, a smile can influence people's attitude. They will give you a response. So what response? When one smiles, the other smiles to you, right? Smile is contagious disease. Yes, it's contagious. छूने से फैलता है. छूने से फैलता है, smile से smile फैलता है. ना? When you smile, the other person smiles. So smiling, be sure that avoid fake smiles, I will tell you. They won't give you a right message. I'm not telling you that. But if you smile, just I'm giving you an example. If you're in bus, sitting across, you don't know the person, he's a stranger, and you just smile. What he does also smiles to you. So you're spreading the smiling. Why don't you in your class? Why don't you in the colleagues? When you are entering a faculty hub, when you're entering your staff room, you come with a smile on your face. See the positiveness you spread across. A greeting with all the colleagues. See the positiveness how you spread. When you enter a classroom, even you are going to take an examination, even if you are going to have a conversation which is very serious, if you enter, I'm not telling you laugh, I'm telling small smile on your face. It gives a relaxed feeling to your students also and a positive vibes to your students too. Oh, we are talking about the appearance, and now I'm going to talk about the behavior. The second important tip, A, after A comes B, and that is behavior. So what is behavior? Etiquettes. How this word etiquettes originated from the French word, right, which meant a ticket or a placard given to the visitor to the court. Okay, there is a story behind it. I will tell you the story. What happened in France? The, there was a King Louis XIV. So whenever there used to be some visitors who are going to, suppose some people wants to meet King Louis, if they want to go to him, there was a placard. So there was a ticket which is given to the people around who are the visitors. On that ticket, it was written which clothes they should wear, the appropriate wearing style, how to greet one another, how to be more presentable in front of the king. So when this placard was given, it was called as uniquet, and the word etiquette came from it, right? So etiquette indicates the protocol of your behavior, how you should behave while interacting with others in the social or professional gathering. When the social or professional group, when they are displayed at the social function. So how you're when you're telling social attitudes, etiquettes, that means when you're in the social gathering, how you should follow your protocol, how you should be presentable, how you should behave. When you talk about business etiquettes, they're how you should behave when you are in the business environment, right? That is what the behavior is all about. Learn to take feedback. It's always important. Don't be person which is difficult to be given feedback. So try to get specific feedback from your students and colleagues. No fake feedbacks I'm talking about. The feedback from the students will improve yourself. The feedback from your colleagues will give the idea if there is anything wrong. So might be a feedback comes, there is a perspiration order. You can improve yourself. A feedback can come, you are more introvert. You can be more extrovert in that case. You can change yourself, right? It can be you enter the classroom is not being liked, whatever it is, right? Ask questions so feedback is more clear. Summarize the feedback. Make sure that it be implemented in your behavior, in your appearance, in your communication. So teacher should be have these all qualities. Strong communicator, of course. They should be good orienter, good listener. We talk with the students, but whether we listen to our students, yes, we should be good listeners too. Collaboration. Collaborate with our students, collaborate and know what exactly they want, right? Collaboration should not be only with the students, collaborate with the colleagues to have joint lectures, to interact, to know much more, improve yourself. Engage with students, adopt the changes which are happening. So change in the technology, new technology are coming, new app is coming, new way of learning is coming, new way of teachings are coming, new technology which you can implement in your classrooms, new games and simulation which you can implement in your class. Apply it. Be adaptable. Empathy needed, definitely. Have patience. Your teacher, you should be patient too. Patience to listen, patience to bear, patience to know your students much more. Value real world learning. Learn at every bit. Share best practices with others. Your best practices can help them, others too. You are lifelong learners. Teachers doesn't mean you had know everything. So learn at every level. So you are lifelong learners too. Yeah, when we are talking about online sessions, treat an online course like a real course. Don't think, okay, this is online, it's okay, I can manage it. No. Make sure, think it's a real course which you are handling and which you are delivering. Have the same passion while delivering the session in the online. Have a same preparation while delivering the session in the same. Hold yourself accountable. You're accountable for your session. If you're wrong, you're accountable. Practice time management. Time is very important. Make sure you're connecting with your session, online session on time, right? Because there can be the technical issues. So make sure. Create a regular study space and stay organized. Be organized. If you have notes with you, if you want to refer the notes while teaching at online mode, if you have presentations and PPT, make sure everything is ready and you are interacting. Eliminate distraction if any distraction is coming. So make sure you are in that particular classroom or in that particular room where nobody is coming. So you're not distracted. Otherwise, if somebody is going, coming, talking, you are being distracted from it. Figure out how you deliver best. You can have a practice in the Zoom level or a Google Meet level at your, and you can see your recordings. Create active participation. Make sure you are actively participating your students with it. Make a good and have a good network when you are delivering, because disturbance in network will disturb your classes. Okay, one more thing I just want to tell you about. Make sure if you have a white background or a classroom background, something like that, have a darker color of formals if you are wearing, right? If you're delivering a lecture from your home also, don't make like this that, okay, घर से ही लेना है, we are taking from home, it's okay in any, dressing style. No, make sure you are formally, professionally, well groomed when you're presenting yourself at online mode too, right? So that's very important. Whatever wearing style you have, formals, or whether it is an Indian formal or whether it's a Western formal, right? Make sure the color of your, it should not be too bright, but it should be a little bit of contrast with your background, right? That you have to take care of. And your voice should be clear, your speakers, and especially your, if screen is being visible with your presentation, with your any picturization, with few of the videos if you want to link with students, if any quiz which you want to take in your classrooms, it will really help to have a great online sessions. So these are the personal development things which you should remember. Emotionally balanced, yes. Personality doesn't mean only appearance. You should be emotionally balanced, mentally balanced, physically better appeared, spiritual and social. That social, I will here more emphasize on your behavior. Communication, I had talked about. Appearance, we had talked a lot about. Right? International presence, very, very important. Want to give you a few examples about it. Uh, Yesterday, I came back from Indonesia. Yes. So I will recently give you the example of Indonesia. I came from Indonesia, where I was there to take the workshop of the students on digital PR. I was a speaker for the conference, international conference in Bali in Indonesia. There were few countries which were involved. So actually the conference was an international conference, but there was a partners there was a partners of the organized. So organized partners were from Malaysia, from Thailand, Indonesia, and India. That means there are 4 Asian countries which were involved, right? Now, when I was being on the dais, I'm just giving an example. My international presence, I had wore a sari during my presentation. First, I'm not asking you that everybody should wear a sari, but as an Indian, I thought that is the best way I'm representing my country. I can go for the, if there are a second, my workshop, I wear an Indian formal. Inauguration function, I wear an Indian sari. Again, there was one session I wear an Indian sari. So I balanced it, right? But my first interaction was know the language, little bit, know the language of which country you're going with. I'm not telling you learn the language, know the language. So I was going to Indonesia, so I just, what in good morning or namaste or how to greet the people, right? So what I did, I learned all 4 greetings. I was knowing in Hindi, I will talk about namaste. I was knowing good morning for across the world, right? And then I came to know Salamat Pagi, which is in Indonesia, Salamat in Malaysia, and then Swadika in Thailand. So I learned about how to greet it, and I started my, speech. I started my session with, in this way, like, From Indonesia, this greeting. From Thailand, Swadika from Thailand. And at last, I told about Namaste from India. So started from good morning, talking about the greeting. That was a positive vibe across the students. There was a loud noise across the students. Students were so excited because I was uttering their country's greeting, whether it was Thailand or Malaysia or India or Indonesia, right? Then I started with my presentation. I have an interaction session. I went in the students. So my international presence, right? Always know about, so even my thank you, my slides of thank you was with little of the pictures from different countries, right? So whichever country you are going, few things, do and don'ts of that country, whether pointing is allowed. So just now I told you that pointing by a finger in Thailand is considered very unprofessional and rude behavior. Avoid it. Avoid it. Right? Few things which are acceptable or not acceptable. Right? In the university where I went for the session, not this time, the last time in Indonesia, in Jakarta, at that time, sleeveless, they don't allow sleeveless wear in the classroom. So make sure do and don'ts of that particular country, that particular university always helps you to make you more professional. Know little bit of their do don'ts, know little bit of their greetings, know little bit of how to interact with them, and one more important. For example, in Japan, there is an internal circle and an external circle. That means how much space should be there when you're very close friends and very close colleagues. And when you're meeting a stranger, how much space should be there? There is that limit across. If you know about it, if you know a little bit of culture, and if you read it, okay, if you're going at the international program, read about it. Read about their cuisines, read about their culture. It's very easy nowadays to go through the Google and search about it. So if you want to have an international presence, be more professional, have a good non-verbal communication, have a good communication, be a good listener, have an appropriate appearance, whether it's formal or whether it's um, um, informal. If you are having an informal meetings in the international platform or having any dinner parties, whatever it is, make sure you're representing your organization. Over that, you're representing your country. They know you that you are an Indian, and make sure you should always be proud of India. And I'm always proud of India when I go across any country and represent myself, my organization in their forum, being in India. And I always start my communication with Namaste. It's of course international language. I respect them. English is the language where we communicate at the international forum, no doubt, right? But here we have to nail ourselves as an Indian. So that's it from my side. Thank you very much. And namaste. And I'm open for question answer session.